All right, guys, good afternoon. Thank you so much for your time to talk to me about Away. So I'm going to get this out of the way first. The series is marvelous. So I
Thank
didn't mean to
you.
be a pun. English is my second language, Talitha, so I didn't mean it as a pun. It is truly a marvelous series. But Hilary, wanted to ask you, do you think was the appeal of sort of the extreme dilemma of she's going through, but it's very universal in the sense of it's still a person balancing the sacrifice, a professional sacrifice for family. Was it the specific of the astronaut situation, or was it the universal aspect of it that sort of clued you in?
That's a great question, and thank you for your compliment, by the way. It was, it's something that I actually been talking about. It's the universal, the universal message of like having a career and having a passion and having a purpose, and also juggling family life. Obviously, I also love the idea of astronauts and space exploration and all that entails, but it doesn't have to be that grand of a scale to make the comparison. Like, anyone who has a drive to see a dream realized has to make choices and sacrifices every day, especially if they have a family.
Okay, thank you for that, Talitha. And let me ask you this: precisely the heart of the series is the relationship between Emma and her family. But I wonder if you felt the pressure of building a lifetime of that relationship in only a few scenes before Hilary goes away to space. Did you guys think about that? And if you could talk about how you built that in through rehearsals or just instant chemistry, if you could talk to that.
Yeah, I feel like you get that a lot, and actually Away did it better than some other projects I've been a part of where they just kind of throw you in. And we actually had some chemistry reads-ish beforehand. We had some table reads, and then we had just like a sit down with Ed and all three of us, and we just got to discuss a couple things and get comfortable with each other, which is my main thing, is just being comfortable with someone beforehand, just so I know what they're okay with and how it will be, and just really getting to see them as a person in general. And then when Hilary and I started working together, it was pretty much instant connection, if I could speak for both of us. I feel like it was just very simple. It was really easy, and I didn't have to put too much effort into it because the scene just moved along and it flowed really well, which is something I was grateful for, because I didn't feel like I was like, oh, we have to lay down a lot of groundwork here. No, it was very easy.
All right.
Yeah, and also just to add to that, Talitha and I have very similar ways of working. Thankfully, Talitha does all her homework and she comes uber prepared. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I've done my whole career, mostly just out of insecurity, not like I'm trying to be like an uber professional, mm-hmm. But like the more I learn, right, the more I can like sleep better at night. But being able to like work together in that capacity, it was usually like one, maybe two takes all the time with another. Wow. And that's like, some people like warm up on camera, and that's really hard when you work with someone who needs like 10 takes.
Mm-hmm. Great. All right, so thank you for that. But let me ask you this. I've been lucky enough to talk to you before, Hilary, but it's been a while, and suddenly seeing you in this role, you have such an eclectic career. Like, oh my God, it's like I started to look at the different roles, and I just saw you in The Hunt. So is that by design? Do you sort of gravitate? Is it purposely different every time, or do you think it's sort of by? Have you looked at the big picture of what you've done in the roles that you've been picking?
It would be really, I would like to say that it was like a strategy, but it's not, because you don't know what's going to come next. And I think you just have to kind of say, well, this is where I am now, and this is, what I feel like doing. It's kind of like case by case, really, and you just hope that it's like multi-layered with a lot of different things you get challenge yourself in doing, because ultimately just you're an artist and a storyteller, and you want to challenge yourself.
All right, so my time's up. Thank you so much for your time. Like I said, the series is fantastic, and stay healthy. Pleasure talking to you.
You too, Juan. Thank you.
Bye.